Another fabulous Friday to all of you fine feathered folk out there. You're in front of it, John, so I can thank you. Well done. And welcome back to Disinformed After Dark, the decompression video cast that is a companion to the Disinformed podcast, our podcast. I'm Shane.
I'm John.
I'm Michael.
And I'm Courtney.
And that podcast flees from your preferred provider app every marvelous Monday, so you can find it anywhere disreputable material or disreputable material is sold for free.
You'll have to excuse Shane. We just got done with a really tough segment.
Yeah, real talk. I've just been having a series of small strokes for about 25 minutes as we have delved back into the joy that is My Immortal, the sequel, and my tiny nipples have gone to France. I am not functioning like a normal articulate individual as I typically try to be, or strive to be, depending. But so if you're enjoying this rambling nonsense, or if you're just watching my pain discomfortably, I'm making up words now because I hate my life.
You've earned it.
As uncomfortable as I am, I hope you're having fun. And if you are, then you can show us by following Michael's extolation to
smash that like button. I always have to make sure that I'm on the camera or else I'll miss it. Ring the bell, hit the like button, leave a comment, please.
What is going on with your throat?
Huh?
There's 2 episodes in a row now, or 3 counting My Immortal, where it sounds like you're like 3-pack-a-day smoker. When you say go in like that,
go and smash that like button.
Oh, Captain Cancer Kazoo's back. Fabulous.
I don't know what you're talking about, to be perfectly honest.
It's not the only time Michael has abused that ring piece.
Yeah.
But
behind the veil, though, just because we haven't done it in a second, we record everything 1 day a week. So that's why we get slap happy in the After Darks, because it's episode proper. Don't have to worry about the camera really being on, and then we do the fanfic, and then we come here. So
pun intended.
Sure.
This is the money shot of the week's activities. Yes. So if you're not familiar or acquainted with the podcast itself, what we typically do there is we will delve into a random esoteric topic and then we lie about it. And it's a grand bit of fun. And we hope that you enjoy it as much as we do, because golly gee willikers, is it entertaining sometimes. Ooh. And so what we do here is sort of decompress from the episode proper, have a bit of relaxation, discuss any sort of livelier moments that may have sprung up over the course of recording over the course of the day, like My Immortal and the cat vomit that was this week's installment. And then we will let Chuck Klosterman ruin our lives for about 10 to 20 minutes.
And he's been doing a dang good job.
Whew, we are nearing the final countdown. We're running out of the original hypotheticals.
Uh-oh.
I know.
Well,
but Michael presented us with a slew of very salacious and tasty material this week. What did we chat about, Michael?
We chatted about the most recent controversy sweeping through Twitter, the little Nas X controversy where he grinded on some CGI Satan dick. And I said that because, like the previous conversation that we had in the previous episode, which was aired 2 days ago, we're already not monetized. It doesn't matter.
I'm gonna co-opt this because I watched a bit of Cobra Kai and I apologize in advance. But yeah, hash brown devil dong, and go and appreciate that. It's a good time for everybody.
Hash browns are pretty tasty.
I agree, depending upon who made them.
True.
I'm Irish. I have to respect the potato.
I worship it.
Tomato, potato. Sure. All right. Well, let's kill this before it spreads. Anything else we feel like needs to be discussed outside of the fact that I am mealy-mouthed Michael right now, having suffered through My Immortal?
I was going to say again, I feel like you get a pass.
Yeah.
That script is painful. I'm not going to make it, I don't think. So tell my mother and Melissa that I love them.
I will.
Everybody else, I have exceptions, but... Shall we get our high closterman this week?
We shall.
Doctor
All
says I
right.
shouldn't, but
This
I
is
just
how
can't
we
help it.
this is how we get the spicy potatoes out of our system. This week's hypothetical involves something I desperately wish I had right now. The brain pill.
All right.
I get to read something that's moderately coherent this time. I'll take
Oh,
some. Thank
pills.
you. Yes, please.
Pills.
Don't mind if I does.
Wow, does everybody else have pills in their room except for me?
I have the black flame candle.
I
got a weed
recently
pen. Does
filled
that
some
count?
pills.
I mean, I had stimulants earlier. I had coffee. Okay, this is gonna be.
I
All
can't. I
right,
don't take
so-
stimulants anymore.
The federal government is loving this because you now have photographic evidence. Not since people broke into the Capitol and filmed themselves has such stupidity been documented. I present to you the brain pill. You are offered a brain pill. If you swallow this pill, you will become 10% more intelligent than you currently are. You will be more adept at reading comprehension, logic, and critical thinking. However, to all other people you know, and to all future people you meet, you will seem 20% less intelligent. In other words, you will immediately become smarter, but the rest of the world will perceive you as dumber. And there is no way you can ever alter the universality of that perception. Do you take the pill?
So, Michael, when you took
I will
that,
say I
when
feel
you took
added.
that pill,
First, I had like deja vu of a previous hypothetical. But then I felt added, like targeted.
See, we thought that we could escape unscathed, that we could, make fun of Chuck with impunity, and he has decided to bite back. So this is the first of many shots,
vengeance.
I feel, that our good hipster friend is going to start taking at us.
I think I would take it. I
Okay.
mean,
So you
I
don't
spend-
care what people think of you. You just want to feel more virile and, adept at
I mean,
navigating
truly,
the world.
if I'm being honest, I do. I think everyone does, even if you say that you don't. It kind of does matter from time to time. But I'm thinking about the amount of people that I spend my time around, and I'm fairly certain that my wife already knows that I'm 20% stupider than she thinks I am. See, she takes another 20% off.
What, you have a discount card, a loyalty card, 20% off every conversation.
Yeah, 10th punch, you get it for free.
You got him on clearance anyway, so
I have so many punches stored up for you, John.
She found me eating trash out of the dumpster behind Denny's, so I was a foster pet.
You've been spayed or neutered.
Why not both? Whereas I would really enjoy being smarter because I'm pretty dumb already. So I think anything would be a really nice change to the old status quo. Like I would like the ability. Like there are hangups. Like I wish I was good at math. I'm not good at math. What if like that percentage is what makes me good at math? Or like what if that percentage is like, shut up, Michael. Like, what if that percentage is like the comprehension thing's a big deal. You could read faster and still comprehend and like more so than you would. I don't know. I think it's pretty valuable.
My only
As
retort
much as I
is,
care. Oh, go ahead.
My only retort is 10% times 0 is
still 0. Yeah, I understand that math. Thanks, Dick. So to like close it up. Yes, I care what people think about me, but I care about myself a little more.
Okay. I can go with it. Michael, do you want to be the last word on this just because it's your question, or?
Yeah, sure. That's
okay.
fine.
All right. We'll let you wrap up the burrito. Courtney.
I don't think I would take the pill.
Controversial.
What are you, a liberal?
Yeah. Well, you see, I only have half of my COVID vaccine, so I only have 2.5G, and
the connection speeds are just atrocious.
It's just really slow over here.
I can't hear you. You're breaking up.
Courtney?
Huh? Hello?
Is this thing on?
I just can't imagine people thinking I'm dumber than I already am. So the 10%, the 10% gain, I don't think outweighs it. I am comfortable where I am at knowledge-wise and feel like if I chose to be more proactive in trying to learn things, I could do that already. And I don't think the 10% knowledge difference is going to really like throw that over the edge, especially if people are going to still perceive you as dumb. So let's say like you find the cure for cancer with that extra 10%, but people are still going to perceive you as 20% more stupid, so you may not be believed.
Oh, that poor sweet thing just stumbled on the remedy. Oh, didn't even know.
And so, yeah, I don't think I would take the pill.
Okay. Well, allow me to be a vain imbecile in the midst of saying this. I don't think I can get 10% smarter. Come to think of it.
Ooh.
No, I kid. It's a real thing, real talk for everybody in the room here. And I've mentioned this with superfan Steve, who's not technically superfan Steven anymore.
What? He's not a super fan?
I have revoked superfan Steven status.
Because of the boat?
No, I have made random allusions to previous discussions that we've had. I've made inside jokes for those who've listened to all the podcast episodes and are in the know. And he has not picked up what I've been putting down.
Oh, no.
Often enough now that I told him, I was like, you don't even listen to this. You're just lying to me because I'm your boss.
Would you say... Would you maybe call him an interloper?
Oh, I would, in fact. I would point and say posse as of right now.
Well, I take back my Steven for today then.
Yes.
Michael can do it. I won't until you say that he's back.
Shame on you, Steven. This is also the week after he gave us artwork dedicated to the show. Yeah. I'm just going to slag him on camera.
It's a good... Have you never watched an anime story arc before?
This is how this is how we work here. Is we lift you up and slap you back down. But we've talked about the joys of being homeschooled and having sort of a social disconnect with other people is that you behave differently. So akin to Michael's Black-Eyed Children episode of saying an articulate youth who's not afraid of adults. This is natural. It's like, or you're a homeschooled Christian kid. I have had a pretty severe disconnect with my contemporaries for the bulk of my life because I have a heightened speech pattern, which I gained from watching too many movies when I was a child. So my lexicon grew at an exponential rate, whilst the rest of the world was not quite keeping speed there. So I had difficulty relating to my peers, and I would get what I referred to as the puppy dog head tilt when I would use words that they had never heard before or didn't understand, and then they would just walk away from me. So meeting girls was great. And so yeah, by and large, I committed most of my thoughts to paper and squirreled them away, and so that the angst and crippling depression could just officially saturate my entire body and prevent me from ever truly relating to another human being. Subsequently, or subsequently for Michelle here, I feel like if I were perceived to be 20% dumber, I might actually have more friends. But the unfortunate aspect of this is I would know in my mind even more acutely the sting of not really being understood and not feeling like I belonged at any point in my life. So basically, I would just be prolonging my own torment for just a little cream on the top. I'd basically probably feel as sharp as I did when I was in my 20s, when I remembered everything just, lightning quick and had total recall, as opposed to the fog I look through now as I crest into my 800th year on this planet.
And what a blessed 800 years. So essentially what you're saying is that you're going to take the pill. and you're going to hate people 10% more.
I will hate them more and they will love me more. Probably.
That sounds like an actually mutually beneficial agreement.
It does. So, I mean, I'm fine with taking the pill. It's just, this is real life. This is how I've been since I was 9 years old. What the hell else is different? It's Tuesday.
Well, it's Tuesday.
Yeah. It's a living.
Rap.
So, Michael.
I was going to say,
I'm
know
sorry,
what would
John.
make this an instant win, though? You take this Klosterman and make it so that everybody would say yes. The positive Klosterman would be you get to be 10% smarter and you get to allocate 20% of your old idiocy to a person of your choosing.
I wouldn't wish that upon anyone.
Exactly. But you would if you thought about it.
And we would all wish it on you, Michael. So
I was going to say, you know what's funny?
That's 60% dumber, Michael.
Hey, congratulations, folks.
Yeah.
We live in the United States. You don't have to allocate stupidity to other people. They've got it in droves. In fact, it's oozing out of their ears every single instant of the day. But we love you, Canada. Please take me.
Thanks, Wayne. So, Michael. It's been too long.
Here's what I'm talking about. I want to join your maple-soaked culture.
Maple
Canada
syrup.
don't. Michael, please save me.
So I definitely agree with where you're coming at, Shane. Coming on. Sorry, I misspoke.
Well, if you do, you're gonna clean it up.
I feel like if you are talking about that people perceive you as here and they're here, most people perceive me as here. Sorry. I'm on the first floor of my house.
Easy, Howie's
there.
guy.
Yeah.
What you're trying to say and you're stumbling is that you are more
privilege.
intelligent than people perceive you to be.
Far more, especially because I am not eloquent in my speech at all.
I was going to say
Michael,
allegedly.
how dare you talk about yourself that way? That's really not fair.
It depends on if you find us pre or post my Immortal.
Yeah.
For me, it makes no difference. The fact that I can look at that passage that I reread for everyone's benefit in 2 days ago's episode and be able to interpret it, I feel like speaks volumes.
I love when you reread.
Yes. But the whole idea, people, if I were to talk to someone for a long period of time and then come out and say that I am a physics major in grad school, I can't imagine people believing me because I have such difficulty conveying what I'm trying to say for the most part. So the fact that people would perceive me as 20% stupider, I feel like at that point, people would probably leave me alone. Now that I'm thinking about it in more detail
Or
here.
they'd put you away.
True. Well, yeah, in a sense, like I would be like the screaming homeless person on the corner that people just kind of like, you know, look the other way. And so
I see a bunch of your family every week, man.
Exactly. They love saying, hey, but hey,
Scar
what are you doing? They're in the middle of the intersection. But summarizing everything in a coherent manner, which is what I usually don't do, case in point, I would take it because it doesn't matter what people view me as. It's already going to be way worse than how I feel I am.
I feel like you and I
it's accidentally very sad.
I was going to say you and I reached the same point from an entirely different end of the spectrum.
I love all of you. Please know that, regardless of your perceived intelligence.
Oh, I will say that there is a positive side because whenever I'm out in public and people want to try and converse with me, they quickly learn that is a bad idea.
That guy. Yeah.
The what?
I can't get anything out of that guy. He's like a brick wall. He's just drooling on himself.
Exactly. And then they would leave me alone, which is perfect. That's usually why I want 99 times out of 100.
Okay. So pill, Courtney, no pill?
No pill.
All right. Did I tell you guys? Sorry, I got really triggered by Michael's bringing up the homeless person. Did I tell you about the guy in the wheelchair? Oh my goodness.
No.
Okay. Can I tell you a quick story?
Yeah.
Okay.
Give it to me, Don.
So I was closing at some point last week. We've already talked about strange things that happen late night, but this was like a weekday. We close at midnight. and it's probably like 11 o'clock, and I'm talking to somebody that I hadn't seen in a legitimate, like, a long time. So we're deep in conversation, getting caught up. And as we're getting caught up, I start hearing somebody yelling. And it's just, hey, hey. And I look up and I look across the street because you can see through because we have garage doors. Across the street, there's a homeless dude in a wheelchair, and he's staring dead at our business. And it's not like he can make out anybody inside the store, but it looked like, how you can perceive, like, he's looking right at me.
Yeah.
But
coming right for us.
Yeah, he just keeps yelling, just, hey, hey. And in the back of my head, I'm like, I don't know how long I should let this go before, like, calling the cops and, like, having them do, like, a wellness check or something. But before I could even really process that, less than 5 minutes had elapsed. And then I see a person approach the man on the other side of the street and start dragging his wheelchair for him towards the intersection, or like towards the crosswalk. Sorry, not that many.
I was like, whoa, this is taking a turn I don't
real
want to be
dark.
part of.
No, this perceived good Samaritan went to help him move his wheelchair, and is moving him to the crosswalk so that he can get across the street towards our business. My coworker this time is taking the trash out to the dump, and apparently ran into this individual, and their battery in their wheelchair had died. So the Good Samaritan dragged them across to Circle K, and then just left him in the parking lot. So, like, well, not like viciously, but just like, all right, well, I got you.
Good Samaritan.
Like, I got you to a safer location, right? Like, you're out front of a convenience store instead of about to roll into a street, a very busy street. So I'm moving my car so we can lock the gate, and I get out, and this dude is on the corner of this, like, of the, leading into Circle K, and I hear him as I'm locking the gate, and he's like, oh, I'm just gonna break it. He goes, hey, can someone come and put me in neutral? This motherfucker put me in park. I want to get out of this bullshit place.
I think that's our next t-shirt. Can somebody please put me in neutral?
I want to get out of this bullshit place. And I know, guys, I know it's not supposed to be funny. Like, this person is not in a good way, but when life hands you those perfectly comedic moments, you got to just embrace them, especially with all the shit that we have going on around us. So I walk back.
If you don't laugh, you'll cry.
Exactly. So anyway, I'm glad I remembered to tell you that story, because that was one of the exceptional ones.
Oh, well.
Thank you.
Bless you for sharing. It's most appreciated. And if you want to wheel your way out of here, if you want to get yourself into neutral and get the fuck out of here, I can't say that I blame you. But as I have mentioned previously, we have got a slew of content just winging your way every week. As a matter of stern fact, every Monday morning, new podcast episode flees from your preferred provider app. And of course, every Wednesday and Friday here on the Tubes of You, new content sliding into your inbox if you've got those notifications at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. And so, I believe we can bring this thing to a close by saying as well, all of our notable links, playlists, previous topics, and our audiobook for the original My Immortal is all found in the link tree below in case you want to see what you're in for on round 2, because yipes.
Yeah.
Whew. But I think that is going to wrap it up for us here at Disinformed After Dark. I am Kenton Eldorado.
I am Timothy Lone Cactus.
Bars.
I am Robert Greer.
Peter.
And I'm Jean Grey Ghost.
I would like to remind all of you faithful folks and constant listeners out there that you must always live, laugh, and lie.